Hi everybody. You may recognize this. It is from my Papers, Please roleplay, and I have decided to show you some of the props that I used. Kind of a behind the scenes video. So I'm just going to be showing you a couple things and keeping it ultra casual because I try to do a variety. Since some of you really just like it when it's really, really simple, so this is for you. So, obviously the most important thing was the Ministry of Admission recognition. If you've played the game Papers, Please, you know that this is, I think it's pretty much the best you can get. So, sufficiency is sort of what you have to hope for, you know. So, very first and foremost, I made sure to have one of these on the wall. Anyway, I'm afraid now it's a little stuck to the desk because I think it has some teeth on it, so yeah, just a little stuck. There we go. And it's all sticky. Anyway, I think it's quite nice though, don't you? It's cute. One of the reasons I love the game, Papers, Please, is because of the humor sort of inherent in it. So it's such a, it's a really dramatic game too. So I'll show you now some of the props. The most important one actually is one you may not have noticed. It's this vinyl right here, so I'll show that to you. I'll put the other stuff aside, so everything else can go to the side, and then I'll show you the vinyl, which I love. All the maps, the passports. I'll show you all of those in just a minute. But first, I really, really wanted to just show off my favorite sound from the video. This is just a big yard of vinyl, upholstery fabric. And I love it. I really love sounds that are like textured and squishy. So I thought that I would go to the fabric store and get something that I could use in my videos, so that even if I'm just talking, I can sort of be lightly like squishing or like rubbing this. So you can see it's actually just a big piece And I'll open it up. And I thought that the black was good. Because Papers, Please is funny, but it's also meant to be very austere and serious and so. And I figured I can use black with lots of videos. It's kind of a neutral. And in fact, I don't even think you can see it very well in the Papers, Please video. But it's there. It's underneath everything else. When I got it at the fabric store, the lady asked what it was for, and I didn't know what to say. You probably find that if you enjoy these kind of videos, or if you enjoy certain sounds, then it may be difficult to explain. So I'm sure you understand. But I hope that it makes a little difference to have the vinyl, and I plan on using it for lots of things. So anyway, so that's the foundation of everything. The black, and you can see I'm at one of my desks right now. You can see over here that there's a red wall, and I'll tell you a secret about it. I really don't like it. Because it's just so red. It's like living in Arstotzka or something. And I thought it would be good for the roleplay, but I just hate looking at it, so I decided not to. I decided to use the white wall instead for you. The red wall is in my bedroom and my kitchen and in one of the bathrooms, and I hate it. So maybe one day I'll have it painted. I guess if it's that most of my problems, then I'm pretty well off, right? So okay. So anyway, that's the vinyl. Now I'll show you all the little props and stuff. So I'll set this vinyl. It's like a vinyl burrito, see? It's a vinyl burrito. 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 It's a burrito. Okay, that's enough of the vinyl burrito. And while I'm showing you these things, I will tell you some updates. So these are these are the passports. And so, if you've played Papers, Please, you know that there are different passports for every country. So, I wanted to make them look kind of janky because in the game everything's a little bit, a little bit like blotted or like really kind of the art is it's really clumsy, kind of deliberately. So I wanted them to look kind of fantastical and like approximated. So I used different color paper on these little booklets and these little passports. And I think I'll use them as notebooks now, but if you want one, you can make a comment. Maybe I can send some out. I don't know. They're silly, but I had fun making them. And I tried to honor the style of the game. But like I showed in the video, they're not complete. I'll show you. So there's the front. And this one is for the United Federation. Oops. And I'm so sorry about all the planes. And as usual, as summer is sort of winding down, people are taking their their personal planes, or like I think people like hire the planes just for like a nice little like a tour, like seaplane tours of the lake and the city. And I'm so sorry. There's been so many lately, and I've been trying to do the videos later and later at night so that we won't have to hear the planes. But when there's so many out tonight, that's one of those things I'm working on so that you won't have to hear it so much. Okay. I'll just set those ones aside. Okay, so this guy is so funny. I swear, I just looked up like passport pictures on Google or something, and I'll show you. I got this guy, right? He's so funny. He looks very serious. He has a very serious mustache. And some still have the little papers in them. This one is really just a warranty or something for my recorder. So you can see. And look, I stamped it and I scribbled on it. But I picked it because sorry, I'm quite shaky tonight. Probably had too much coffee today, but anyway. I picked it because the weight of the paper is so light. And so I quite like the sound of really light paper. Okay, so we have this guy here. Okay, how about this one? Let's see who's in here. It's like that game, Guess Who? Remember that game? Okay, let's see. Oh, and they even have these little buckets. There's like a little pocket right here, which is cool. Anyway, for all your secrets. Okay. Oh, who's this guy? Okay. He looks very, he's like very sure of himself, right? And as you can see, so I just wrote some like general information, and the game is supposed to take place in the 1980s. So anyway, I mean it's fictional, but and here is where I marked or stamped. Oh my goodness, I can't tell you how much this stamp here, I love it. I love it because I love stamps, and I really wanted a stamp that would make that really nice, crisp, like authoritative kind of smashing sound, like boom, like smash, smash. Like at the library. That's probably why I love it. You'll notice that most of my favorite sounds have to do with like paper and like books, because I think all my happiest times have to do with like books and like libraries. Anyway, so I wanted a big, oops, my nail is loud, huh? Loud nail. Anyway, I wanted like a big authoritative stamp, but those cost a lot of money. So I got this one, but I still like the sound, so I'll do a cake. Anyway, it makes me feel very powerful. Stamping things. I think you should try it. A lot of people watch videos like this because they want to relax or like feel in control. So I am now officially recommending to you to buy a stamp. I'll do it here. Let's do it on this thing. Okay. Now I'm having a lot of fun. Okay. So we'll stamp this. Okay. So we open it up. There we go. Oh yeah, stamping. It's so much fun. Okay. Anyway, a little carried away. But I do like the stamp. Now, in the game, it should be like an approved and rejected stamp, but completed was the closest I could find. And I figured it was it's neutral. Okay, so this is another one. And you can see their texture. And we'll look at this one, okay? This is just another generic person I found in Google. So if any of these people are you, I'm very sorry. But she's quite pretty, isn't she? And so in the game, you know, you really do have to be very vigilant. And look, okay, she's from Impor. You have to look at her date of birth, if her gender matches up. And you have to make sure that it's a proper issuing city, which it is. And kill. And in the video, though I didn't let her through, I made up an illness. Anyway, so that's one. That's another one. And let's see the last. Okay, you can go over there. Oh look, they can be a cute couple. Hello. Okay. Now this is one of my favorites because I love the little bird. Of course, I just love birds. Can't get enough. Okay. Oh, be quiet over there. I'll just close these maybe. Sometimes it's nice to just, I don't know, I like just touching like stationery and stuff like that, you know. I like stacking and organizing things like that. Maybe you do too. And they are stitched. I'll show you that. Okay. So they are stitched. So maybe you can hear that a little. There's a little bit of stitching. Which is kind of lovely. Anyway, so yes, the final one. And I like to speculate all of these made-up countries, you know, what they maybe stand for. I think there's obviously a very Soviet, very Cold War paradigm in the game. Oh, here we are. Okay. This is so funny. And this guy looks a lot like a friend of mine. I just realized that. Anyway, okay. So he's from Oberstan, and he's from Skal. He's from Skal. He's from Skal. I love the way that word sounds, or that name, I guess. Skal. He comes from Skal. It's sort of delightfully Nordic sounding, isn't it? Anyway. Oh goodness. This says he was born in 1939. And this is supposed to be 1984, so he's aging very well. Anyway. I'll just flip through because the rest of these are pretty much empty. And you can see like the remnants of other papers I used. And again, these are just like receipts, you know. And it's funny because receipts are so long these days. They're so long. Like you can see, this one's so long. Just for one thing. And then always you get the receipt, but then you also get like another like coupons. So you get your receipt, but then you also get coupons, and You never use the coupons. I don't. I don't use the coupons. Maybe you do. I shouldn't speak for you, should I? Maybe you use coupons like every day, but I don't, because I always forget, or like they're for something I would never need, you know? Like, sometimes it makes me sad. I got a coupon the other day. I don't know. This is so funny. Anyway, yeah, I got a coupon the other day for dog food. And I really wish I had a dog. And I don't, so. Yeah, sometimes coupons are mean, you know? They can be heartbreaking. Anyway, okay, so these are just some little things, and the reason I use these coupons, receipt, not coupon. Anyway, I use these receipts because, again, I love the weight of the paper, you know, of the receipt. Because receipts are on this nice, like, really, really thin paper. So I love the sound. Anyhow. Again, I just love the sounds of receipts. So I used those as little, you know, little papers, little receipts. And then I also, I'll show you the maps I used, or, oh wait, first, speaking of receipts, okay, I'm so excited about this. I'm just gonna tap it for a minute and play with it. And this is a receipt book, a booklet of receipts. And I love it. I bought it because I just want to use it in videos. Because I love, I don't know, I love little things like this. Little booklets. It's a little booklet of like receipts. So I'm just gonna like fill one out for you. And I don't know, I'll fill it out for something silly, okay, but I love that. Oh yeah, look what, I did it wrong. Because you can see, I think you're supposed to use like a buffer in between so you can still see from the video, like import or something like that. I wonder, I bet it comes with, oh yeah, okay. I think you're supposed to use this, right? Oh, you use this. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So, I can be very absent-minded if you haven't noticed. I'm sure you've noticed. Okay, so this is the thing. The thing for the thing. That's what I always say. Oh, it's the thing for the thing. Okay, so this is like what we write on to put between the carbon and the receipt. Okay, so it's like the receipt buffer or something. Anyway, the receipt sheet, something like that. Okay, so we will use it together. Okay, so we have it like this, and now open like this. Oh yes. Now we're doing everything the right way. I'm gonna put these here. I'm gonna put the passports on the vinyl burrito. There. Okay. I'm going to take a pencil. And, of course, in real life, you know, I almost never write with a pencil, but I love it. I love the sound of pencil writing. So I got pencils just for you guys, because I love the sound. Okay, so what's the date? It is like, I don't know. I think it's like the 4th. And it's, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, I forgot already. Oh, okay. Whoopsie daisy. Okay, so what we do is, oh my goodness. Okay, so we pull this, and then, oh yeah, we have to score it. So we're gonna score it like this, or fold it. Just like that. Okay. So we're just gonna score the receipt book. And then the receipts will be good. Okay. So, scored, and then we put down the carpet. And then we make sure the receipt is flat. Okay, good. So, we'll try again. And, oh yes. Okay. So it's 8/4/2014. That means it's my birthday next week. That's very, very scary. Birthdays are fun, like when you're younger. And now I feel like every birthday brings me 1 year closer to becoming like the crypt keeper. Remember Tales from the Crypt? Yeah. I always worry I'm gonna become the crypt keeper. Okay, so our receipt number 71953. 713953. If this is your first video of mine that you've ever watched, I am sorry. I do come off as I've said, a bit like absent-minded. Sometimes my brain is a little like jello. Okay, so what shall we buy? Okay, the receipt is from me. So, from Springbok. Oh, I keep forgetting to tell. I keep forgetting to tell why I'm called Springbok. I'm called Springbok for a really stupid reason. Well, I shouldn't say stupid, like a really sentimental reason. How much money? Let's do like for a lot of money. For lots, I don't know, 9s always seem dramatic, right? Oh my goodness, this is for a lot of money. Anyway, the reason I'm called Springbok is, okay, so that's like, let's just say, like, it's a gazillion, actually, about that much, it's a gazillion. A gazillion? Oh, or because I'm Springbok, it would be funny to write, like, a gazillion, like the animal. Like, yeah, gazelle. Okay, it's so dumb. Anyway, the reason I'm called Springbok is just because, for a unicorn, let's say that, I'm buying a unicorn. Yes. So yeah, my name. And then we just like, the account is hearts and paid stars. This is not a good receipt. Anyway, okay, my name Springbok is because one time, a long time ago, not that long ago, I was an assistant for a graduate program for writers, and I was assisting a poet, and she had just done a really, really wonderful a really wonderful reading, a really wonderful poetry reading, and from Mr. Unicorn Face to Nicolas Cage. Okay. to, I don't think that's how you spell Nicolas Cage. I don't know. And then signed by Okay. Anyway, so the poet had just given a really nice reading. It was a really beautiful night, and I told her that I would meet her at the dinner location, but that I just had to go home and change first. And she said, "Change? What are you going to change into? A giraffe?" And I don't know, I just kind of went with it. It felt like a somewhat whimsical question. And she was a poet, you know, she's like really goofy. I said, springbok. And go home and turn into a springbok because it just seemed like a less expected animal. And I think they're very beautiful. And I like how springboks are very, they're sort of majestic, but they're also a little strange. I don't know. I think they're lovely. And she said, a springbok. And she sort of like looked around really majestically, or like with all this like wonder in her eyes. And she said, "Oh yes, what a wonderful night to be a springbok." So I don't know, it just kind of stuck, and it's really silly, like this whole video. But sometimes I think that people, like, I know for me, if I start listening to a video and I get really, really, really interested, I can't sleep, you know, because I just want to listen. Like, a really good example of this is a wonderful, wonderful guy, the French Whisperer, and he's amazing. Oh my gosh, I just love him. He's like my inspiration. I'll show you some of the maps. And he has such a wonderful voice, and wonderful diction, and wonderful inflection, and he speaks multiple languages. He's just wonderful. But sometimes I'll start to listen, and then I don't want to go to sleep, or I don't want to like tune out, because I want to hear everything he has to say. So sometimes I just talk a little nonsense, just in case it's what you need. And don't worry, I will never ever run out of nonsense for you. So, okay. So this is a map that was in my planner, and it's obviously actually real. So I just started kind of like writing on it, you know, so that we get the noise and the sounds of writing. And I don't know, apparently Impor is like Ukraine, maybe, and I guess I decided Obristan is like Latvia. Apparently Impor is Belarusian, and here's Poland. Zindobra? I don't know if that's right. Zindobra, Zindobre, Zindobre, Zindobra, Zindobre. I don't know. Somebody Polish will correct me. And I decided at the very last minute to try to do like that silly accent, and I guess I like very, very loosely based it off of, well, mostly, here's Russia, so lovely and big, Russia. Plus it's nice to say, isn't it? Russia, Russia. That's how Gentle Whispering says it, because she is from Russia. Russia. Merci. But I think that's lovely. Merci. Merci. Anyway, Russia. And, yeah, so my accent, seriously, I decided on it just a couple minutes before I started recording, and I decided it to be like a little Polish and a little sort of just like generic, stereotypical Soviet from, I said this in a comment, but I decided to make it a little bit like Bullwinkle, you know, like moose and squirrel. The way them, like Boris and Natasha say it, moose and squirrel. We are going to get moose and squirrel. We will get you moose and squirrel. And so, yeah, honestly, the entirety of the research I did for the accent was I typed in to Google Translate the Polish pronunciation of the country's name, the fake country. No, I've lost it already. Arstotska. And I said this again and again. I said Arstotska. Now I can't even say it. Arstotska. And that's all I did. And then everything else I just started talking in that dumb way. And it's so bad. So I'm very sorry if I offended anyone who actually is from any of these wonderful places. I'm so sorry, but I thought it might be okay because Arstotska is not a real country, and neither is Obristan or Impor, the United Federation, and there's a fake one. There's a fake one among the fake ones in the game called Kobrestan, and that's not real either. And there's like Golechia is one of the countries, Golechia. And unfortunately, if you play the game Golechia, they have a vendetta, so you have to watch out for those Golechians. But the game is ultimately so open-ended, and that's why I said it was so ambitious, because it seems so deceptively simple, and it's not. It's funny, it's dramatic, it's complex, and more than anything else, it's immersive. So yeah, I just used these like a periodic table. I just used the papers I have around. You know what? I have a funny idea. Okay. Just like everyone else, I'm a really big Breaking Bad fan. So, Breaking Bad. So dumb. I'm a ridiculous person. Okay, Breaking Bad. Anyway. So I just used all of these as like papers to fiddle with. Oh, and these were just from when I was making the passports. I was just trying to remember how they were laid out. And also some of, like, Oberstan has the red bird and the cities and that kind of thing. So anyway, this guy is from Golechia. And like I told you, you have to be careful of the Golechian, because the Golechian, they're out for blood. Okay. Oh, and then this is just more paper, but the last thing I thought was funny. Oh no, there's two more things. Okay. So two, like Easter eggs. That's not, I mean, they really weren't, but I don't know what to call them. So one of them was this, that I just love the sound of this envelope. It's from Paris, but it's so crinkly. So the picture that I supposedly took out, this wonderful man. And he's my favorite writer. His name is Emile Zola, so you may have heard me talk about him. So when I pretended to like take out a picture, this was that picture. And let's just see. I don't know if I have it anymore. You know, the last thing I wanted to show you, I think already recycled, but it's funny. So I'll just tell you about it. I point out some criminals in the newspaper, and it just so happened that the little bit of newspaper that I had had a big picture. Well, not a big picture. It had a picture of Mark Zuckerberg. So funny. So if you go back and watch the video again, or if you watch it for the first time, you'll see that I point out Mark Zuckerberg as one of the criminals. So I hope he doesn't get too angry. Anyway, so I know this has been really casual, and I think sometimes it's just nice just to have little sounds that make us happy, because they sure do make me happy. Just little paper sounds that remind us of the really simple, really quotidian parts of our lives. That's a nice word. Quotidian. Sounds good, huh? Quotidian. I guess you could say like commonplace or domestic. I like the word quotidian. In any case, though, yeah, I think there's just pleasure sometimes in the little teeny tiny details of life. So I sure appreciate you sharing them with me. Putting up with these planes, which, like I said, I promise I'm working on. I love that. I love just the sound of pages turning. Anyway, okay. So, that's that. And I want to thank you, as always, for being so open and for being so gracious in all of your support of our community and of me and of each other. Oops. So there's one last thing I need to do. I think you guys need an upgrade. So let's say no more sufficients for excellence, because you are truly excellent, so you've earned it. And You should make one of these and put it on your own wall. For glory to Arstotzka. Glory to Arstotzka. And if you haven't played Papers, Please, I definitely, oh man, I recommend it. I think it's great, and maybe you'll love it. So, okay, thanks everybody, and I will be back with something a little bit more planned out very shortly for you. So until then, be absolutely wonderful. Okay, bye.